So, Alice and Marshall here showing you how to light a Kelly kettle to boil water for making drinks or for cooking with. So I have prepared the base of my Kelly kettle. I've got some bark from a live tree, which if you take it off a birch tree it doesn't damage the tree, which is really important. And I've also got some bark from dead logs, which obviously takes longer to burn because it is drier, but both are good sources of kindling. So I've got some dry twigs and things. I've also got some cotton wool. So I've also already pre-prepared my Kelly kettle by filling the water not to the top and also putting some dry twigs up the middle of it. So once I've got this going, I will put my fire gloves on and lift it onto it, having lit my cotton wool, which I've poked in the hole here, with my fire steel. So I've made sure that I'm within the designated fire area on a flat, dry bit of ground. I've got my fire blanket, my burns kit, I've got water in case anything needs extinguishing quickly. And once I've started my fire, I should put my fire gloves on. I'm in the safety position, I've got my hair tied back and long trousers, long sleeves, and I've got some fuel to feed it with once I get it going. So here we go. I'm going to light the cotton wool to find my flat part of my steel. I find it easier to draw the steel away from the flint. And you can see that's already gone, so I'm poking it in. So that's going. So I'm going to put my gloves on so I don't lose any of that heat. I'm going to lift my kettle. Notice I've taken the bung out. The bung only needs to be in while you're transporting it, having filled it with water. Once the fire is going, so to make sure it's going to sit nice and flat. There we go. So I've already got steam coming up the middle of my kettle, so it's got plenty of sticks to get it going. It's got plenty of air going in the hole, and I will know when my water's boiling because I'll have steam coming out of the kettle, and I do believe it might even do a little whistle. So just put my fire steel away safely so I don't lose it. And once again, as with my other fire videos, children would only come near it, and if they were invited to do so, it would be one child at once. If they were asked to feed some more fuel down the centre of it, no child will be moving the kettle with boiling water in it. That's just down to the adult to do that. But Kelly kettle is a good way to teach children how to start fires if we don't have the space or the area to create a fire site, a campfire site. So as soon as I can, I've got room with my fire gloves, I'm going to feed it from the top, cracking away nicely. Poke it down. Just going to adjust my position because I've got all the smoke going in my face. So as with any fire, you might see to my left I've also got my campfire going for lunch to be cooked on. It's really important that the fire is not left unattended at all. Adult is with it all of the time, and everybody respects the rule of the fire circle. There's only one point of entry, in and out. People only approach if they're invited to do so, and that we make sure that the site and the fire is extinguished responsibly at the end of the session. And we make sure the Kelly kettle is completely cooled down. And just using my other hand just to steady it as I add in some more twigs. Important that you've got everything to hand so you can completely give all your attention to the Kelly kettle. Just adjusting myself so I'm not downwind of all the smoke. steam will be coming out the spout. So making sure everybody is well away when they're seated in the area. When I'm remembering that when I'm near a fire that I'm in the safety position so that I don't topple over. Bubbles coming in. Yep, coming up to the boil now. It's important not to overfill the Kelly kettle because you don't want boiling water falling out of the spout. So if you are cooking things on a campfire, once you've boiled the water, you can obviously keep refilling and refueling it if you want to boil more water. If you've got embers, they can be used to start your campfire if you want to use it to get your other fire started. I'm going to hold of the handle both sides and lift it straight off. Down carefully. And a Kelly kettle, I will of course make sure that this is extinguished safely, and I will also use the handle and the chain to be able to pour the water out safely.